Hi there, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, please hit the subscribe button so you get a notification of whenever I am uploading a new video. This whole month, we're going to be talking about self-love. I am Neha Soni, the author of Wired for Self-Love. And in this series, the self-love series, we are discussing chapters and excerpts from chapters from my book. Today, we're going to talk about 3 steps to start loving yourself. So, what are the 3 steps that you can start learning to love yourself? Number 1 is you need to understand you need to understand self awareness to understand self love. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, you practice self awareness through self kindness and mindfulness. So, first is to understand, and then you need to practice it. I'm going to teach you how you can practice it. And number 3 is to make the mind body connection. All right, so I'm going to read some chapters, for some excerpts from my chapter, and then I'm going to talk about or give you examples of how you can apply this in your life. So, step 1, understand self awareness to understand self love. So it clearly lets you know, self awareness clearly lets you know whether you are loving yourself or not loving yourself. So when you practice that, you come to know more about yourself. The process of self love asks you to become fully aware and present to yourself, your thoughts, feelings, and emotions, sensations that arise in your body. Self love asks you to be grounded in your truth. Self love is a moment to moment awareness of whether or not you are in tune with yourself and choosing to be by your own side, especially when those difficult emotions arise. Instead of allowing yourself to get distracted, are you running away from yourself? So, like, addiction is a coping mechanism people use for escaping from feeling negative emotions about themselves, right? So addiction is not limited to drugs or alcohol. It can be shopping, addiction to technology, food, all of those things. And self-awareness is your ability to focus on yourself, whether your thoughts, actions, or emotions are in alignment with your inner self. Okay, so I'll talk more about there being 2 different types of self awareness in a separate video. For this, I'm going to keep it concise because these steps are important for you to stay focused. So, step 2 is to practice self awareness. How do you practice self awareness? Start with bringing self awareness to your daily actions. It's the things that you do on a daily basis that build your habits, whether they are healthy or unhealthy. So, which habits of yours are healthy? And do you exercise, for example, a few times a week or every day? Do you eat healthy meals? Do you have a practice of meditation or journaling, meeting with your friends and talking about important things or connecting with your family? All of those things. Which habits of yours are unhealthy? Do you consume news from the various apps on your phone? Do you eat out most of the days because you find cooking difficult or challenging? Are you addicted to coffee or sugar? Now, how about your quality of sleep? Okay, just for an example. Do you get enough sleep? Do you feel fresh when you wake up in the morning? What about your mood, relationships, and overall well being? Are you feeling stressed from work? Is your relationship with your family something you cherish, or do you loathe it? and avoid being around your family. So you can start practicing self awareness by asking yourself which one area of your life could get the most improvement from your self awareness. And it could be diet, for example, sleep, or cutting down use of social media or dependence, and then increasing whatever you're using, whatever time you are spending less on social media. How are you making yourself more productive? So those are things that you can start noticing what you are doing with your time, how your habits are impacting your life, and practice self-awareness. Start with just one area. Okay, don't have to go overboard when you're starting. Just be kind to yourself. So there's two ways you can do this. Through one is through self-kindness, which means you are responding with kindness and understanding toward yourself when you're experiencing negative events or emotions. For example, if you're going on a diet, you may judge yourself every single time you're going for something that is unhealthy, or grabbing a piece of cake, whatever it is that you're trying to cut down. Let's say it's sugar. And if you're grabbing a piece of cake, instead of loathing yourself and being critical of yourself, you can practice self kindness, self compassion. And when you do that, you're going to be less judgmental, less unkind to yourself. When you do that, it will help you to not go for the cake or whatever your sugar fulfilling thing is. The next time you do that, you're going to be kinder to yourself and not go for that. And that's one way you can practice self kindness. I can talk about my procrastination. I was procrastinating doing the research for my book, Wired for Self Love. And through my self awareness, I practiced self compassion, especially when I was procrastinating researching. So I first practiced self compassion by not judging myself, but rather asking myself what was bothering me about the research and what I had been trying to avoid. And then how could I move forward consistently in the effort of continuing the research. Okay, so I can notice the nervousness I feel in my body and patiently talk to myself. Okay, what can you do? So the second thing you can do is mindfulness, holding your emotions in non-judgmental awareness. That's what mindfulness means. So I practice listening to my body through meditation. And instead of running away from myself, I try to resolve my avoidance by disciplining myself and cutting out the distractions. Okay. And that those distractions for food at the time. Now it could be social media, whatever it is, whatever distractions you're using, be kind to yourself, be aware of yourself, and practice mindfulness, and do not judge yourself. And instead of, so trying to understand my avoidance behavior, that's what opened my eyes to what was underneath. Uh, and what was underneath was the unacknowledged negative emotions. All right. So I was not feeling very good about myself. Uh, and that's an awareness. So I can be kinder to myself, and then I can move on with the task that needs my attention. Okay, that's what I can do. Now, step 3 in this process is to make the mind body connection. Um, you to get yourself out of your downward emotional spiral, just get up and move your body. Walk for 10 or 15 minutes, do some chores, clean up your room, make your bed, water the plants, hydrate yourself, drink a glass of water, or stretch on a yoga mat. You can do all of those things. The mind and body are innately connected. So when you move things in one place, the other gets affected inevitably. The way you move can affect how you think and feel. So, what's important in starting this practice of disciplining yourself is to have it attached to an important cause or a good reason to do it. Why do you want to do it? It's something that's important to you. Why is going to help you to anchor your practice. Now, for example, many people who have no serious health problems otherwise could use losing a few extra pounds. But losing weight is not motivating enough to develop the discipline that will make sure that you lose your target amount of weight. What will help you more is remembering why you want to lose weight. Why, if you want to be healthier, why is it that you want to be healthier? How is becoming slightly lighter, how is becoming slightly healthier going to benefit your life? Are you going to feel better about yourself? Are you going to fit into certain clothes that'll make you feel good about yourself? Are you going to be more active? Are you going to be more productive? All of those things are going to be important. So remembering why you're doing something is going to help you to stick with your practice. So first things first, understand self-awareness in order to understand self-love. Number two, practice that self-awareness through kindness, self-compassion, and mindfulness. And thirdly, remember the mind-body connection. Okay, get into your body, and it helps you to shift feelings about yourself, or you feel better about yourself, right? So this was about how you can start loving yourself. I would like to get to know if you are interested in participating in the self-love program with me starting from the 9th of April. I want to work together with you in a group. If you are interested, hit me with an email or let me know in the comments that you're interested. The email is in the description. My book is also in the description. Go download the book. You can find it on Amazon, whatever works for you. Maybe it's Kindle, maybe it's a paperback copy, whatever works for you. Get the book and start reading the chapters. I hope this has benefited you in some way, shape, or form. If it has, share this with people who might benefit from learning more about how to love yourself. It's very important, especially as you uh, try to find a deeper purpose in your life, right? I'll be with you in another video. Thanks for tuning in. Talk to you soon.